So, Artificial Things was originally a stage production. The initial inspiration for the piece was Lucy Bennett, who's the choreographer, had the image in her head of a snow globe. And in the snow globe, myself next to my wheelchair, but with the wheelchair kind of deconstructed and in pieces. Then we were really lucky to be able to make it into a film piece. And then Sophie Fiennes, the director, came and she watched the stage production and then kind of reimagined it. And she took sections of the dance, kind of reordered them to find a different narrative, a different story within the dance, to create then the film piece. So there were definitely some challenges, but also some things that worked really well with putting the Artificial Things, the stage production, into a film. When Lucy thought about it and as it was being choreographed, she already had quite a sort of cinematic idea of it. And there were certain bits that she imagined in close up anyway when we were on stage. So that worked really well, putting it into a film setting, and we were able to actually do those close-ups and pick up on some of the fine detail, and particularly the duet between myself and Dave Toole. It's quite an intimate duet. It's quite slow, and there's a lot of space, and just kind of the look and acknowledgement and touch. And so being able to really bring that to life and draw the audience in through the film worked really well. From the early days, Stopgap has had a really strong grounding in community work. The company actually started as a community dance project for Woking Dance Festival, and brought community dancers together, many of which who hadn't danced before, bringing quite a diverse range of dancers with different disabilities, different experiences, and bringing them together. So that's been one of the things that's been at the heart of Stopgap. We have both our professional side, our touring company, where we create professional productions, and these are performed both in traditional settings like theatres, but also in non-traditional settings. And this is something that's also important because it's bringing theatre and dance to an audience that might not necessarily set foot in a theatre. But also we have our community side still. We do a lot of education work, and particularly those who might not have access to mainstream dance, in order for them to develop their dance skills, because we're aware of the need for this extra support and extra opportunities, particularly for young dancers with disabilities. So through our teacher training program, which is called Seedbed, we've been delivering training for teachers and new teachers and experienced teachers in order to deliver excellent, diverse and inclusive dance sessions. We've had different artists, different guest teachers, all with lived experience of different disabilities. So they gain a wide amount of knowledge and experience in order to then go on and teach in an inclusive setting. So obviously with the pandemic, it's been a real challenge for us. But within that, we've also created opportunities. We've discovered ways that we can still dance together. So been using the internet and dancing together over Zoom, and being able to still continue doing company classes. We've put together home practice, and that is Stopgap's online dance class. Although it's been really challenging time, we have kind of discovered new things and been able to develop new ways, communicating via the internet so much more. And it's been amazing to give this opportunity to deliver programs in different countries like Japan. It's kind of somehow the world is a bit of a closer place now that we've been able to share more of our experiences and more of our work. I'd really like to share I think an important message is about really the importance of integration and being inclusive and working with diverse people. That's one of the key things with Stopgap, is that we draw on so many different people with different abilities, different disabilities, different backgrounds, different strengths, different weaknesses, and it creates such a richer collaboration when you're working with diverse individuals, and you kind of make discoveries that you wouldn't necessarily make otherwise. And one of the things that we say is that inclusion elevates all, and that actually, when you work in an inclusive way, when you use inclusive practice, it benefits everyone. That's something as well with artificial things, that there is the differences, and we, celebrate differences and like draw together, the kind of different human elements. And I think that's what makes artificial things work, and it's what makes Stopgap work.